Hey y'all, so I just finished my last book for the Readathon, so I will be getting a new book so I can start working on the series Crackdown. Let's see what we get. This is a sequel, so I can't read that one yet. Let's see, that might happen a lot. I've got a lot of sequels in here, but I just put them all in here and then figured. Ooh, the first one I chose, let's get the book. The first one I chose is The Lux by Anna Godberson. I got this in July, I believe, because I went to this like library, really huge book sale. Like this was like a quarter, I think. Like it was crazy cheap. And it just seemed really interesting to me. Like the covers when I first saw it, and I thought like, oh, like the selection. And it just sounds like Gossip Girl in 1899. And I love this time period because like in this, not in this, I haven't read this yet, in Stalking Jack the Ripper and Clockwork Angel, they're just like, oh my god, he used my first name and he saw my ankles, oh no. So I'm pretty much expecting a little bit of that in here, which is just adorable. Super excited to get into this. Probably shouldn't be starting a new series considering I don't have any of the other books, but I'm going by this, and I'm the kind of person that like when I choose a method I like to stick to it for as long as possible. So since it's just like a little over a week, I should be able to stick to this, and I will be reading The Lux first. Hey y'all, it is Saturday and I am still reading The Lux. I'm on page 45. It's really gripping. The first prologue, like the prologue, not the first chapter, like immediately off the bat, you're at a funeral for like a main character that's mentioned on the back, and it doesn't mention a funeral at all in the back. And so it was just like, what? How did this happen? How did we get here? And then it goes back, I believe, a month or so, and they're at this big party, and it's just really interesting, and it's not at all like I expected it to be. Like, oh no, he saw my ankles. These girls are scandalous. It really is like Gossip Girl. They're doing all of these like things that are so like not accepted, and it's just so good so far. I'm in the middle of an ebook right now, just a stupid little ebook I found. I don't even think it's on Goodreads or anything, but I am very close to finishing that, and as soon as I finish that, I will be reading as much of this as possible. Hey y'all, so it is later on Saturday. I have not read a single page of The Lux, but I'm excited. I'm about to sit down and read this for a while. So yeah, I finished that ebook. So good. I'm gonna try to read a book a day, and since I've read that book, I'm just trying to get ahead for tomorrow because I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to read. Get ready. I only have class Monday morning and then Wednesday morning before I fly out. So it should be a pretty chill week. I shouldn't have too much to do. It'll be really great. Hey y'all, it's Sunday. I have been reading The Lux by Anna Godberson. I'm really enjoying this. This is so good. I am on page 150. Yes. The numbers in this are really fancy, so like sometimes it's like, wait, what was that again? So good. So complex. I have no idea like how this is gonna end. Well, I know parts because like the first chapter was a funeral, so like I know one person's gonna die. But I'm interested to see how we get there and what happens in the aftermath. Hopefully it's gonna be really good. I have been trying to catch up on homework because I didn't necessarily miss anything for the classes I have tomorrow, but I still have to do all of the work that I didn't do any other day since the last time I went to class. So yeah, I'm trying to catch up on that, and I don't know how much reading I'll get done today. My goal for this readathon is to read a book a day, whether it be an ebook, like a physical book. Not really sure. I'm gonna try to not make it mostly ebooks. I'm reading some ebooks on my library's app. I'm not really sure like what they're called or I don't know who they're by. I think I have them on Goodreads, so if you want to look at my Goodreads to like look at my recently read, because by the time this up, they'll be read. But last night from my library, I also picked up the audiobook for Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. And this, I'm on page 66, which is chapter 9. This is the first time I'm listening to an audiobook of a book that I already own, that's like already on my shelves. I was looking through trying to find a book that was in a series that I hadn't like not started yet, because there are lots of seconds and thirds that are available, but they're for series I haven't read the first book in yet. So this was one, and I was like, why the heck not? Because I've been kind of missing my audiobooks, and I actually have my first tab ever in a book. I'm super excited about it. I've kind of come up with like what I want each tab color to be, and so this is like the pink, and it's like a good or powerful quote, and to me it was, Carew wasn't a prize to win. That wasn't why he was here. She was a woman and she would choose her own life. Like, wow, Laini Taylor did that. And it goes on a little bit more, but that was the general gist, and I loved that. That was just so empowering to me. I loved it. Can't wait to listen to more of it. It's gonna be really great. On Wednesday, I'm going out of town, so I'm definitely taking some books. I don't know like what books. I may end up getting some ebooks for my library because they usually have a pretty good amount of ebooks available. So I'll try to do that if I don't have enough space, because we're flying. So, you know, gotta fit stuff into a carry-on since it's a shorter trip, because, you know, that might not necessarily fit really well in a carry-on bag when you don't have a lot of space. But we will see. Whatever happens, I will update you guys. I'm gonna go back to my homework in hopes of finishing it so I can get back to reading. It's later on Sunday night, and I am on page 89 of Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I haven't really listened a lot today, but tomorrow I have classes in the morning, so I will have at least 30 minutes to listen to it, which should get me a good chunk of the way through. Not like chunk, but like a good bit more than today, because today I was really just watching BookTube and focusing on homework and reading The Lux by Anna Godberson. I am on page 257. I am over halfway through. It is so good. It's a surprisingly really quick read. I wasn't expecting it to like be such a quick read. It's closer to a contemporary. Not sure exactly why I had it on my fantasy shelves previously. I'm thinking I'm gonna need to do a little bit of rearranging, because I've got The Nightingale like right there, and I've got two of the books in the Alex and Eliza series, and then this that are all like more historical fictions, and I think I want to put those together instead of them being kind of like all scattered around. So I'm excited to read more of this. I'm gonna try to maybe finish it tonight. I don't know how well that's gonna go. I kind of need to get to bed, but at a reasonable time since I do have class tomorrow. But if I'm close enough to finishing this, I might just go ahead and do it. I haven't decided yet. It will depend on how far I can get and what time it is. So yeah, I haven't read any of the ebook because I've been trying to focus on this and homework. Tomorrow I'm meeting a friend for lunch after class. It's like an hour after class, and that's just enough time to go to 2nd and Charles, because it's like, because my like local university isn't super far away. It's like 25 to 30 minutes depending on traffic. But like it's far enough that I wouldn't have time to come home and then go back, because the restaurant we're going to is near the area. And since there's a 2nd and Charles like right there, I might as well. So that will probably be trouble, considering this haul for this month is huge and just overwhelming a little bit, because like every week I count how many books are that I haven't read yet. And that was really overwhelming because it jumped a good like 20 books, and that was just like a lot for me. Like it was, I went from 67 to 85. 86 because I forgot to put Crown of Feathers. I love this book, y'all. It's so pretty. I keep thinking about it. I love this, but it doesn't fit with the series Crackdown because if it is part of a series, it either like, obviously this one just came out. For series Crackdown, this is obviously the vlog for it, duh. These books right here are all ones that are like the only one in the series so far. The only one I would like put in my little pencil pouch of books is Children of Blood and Bone, because Children of Vice and Virtue is coming out next month. So if I read that, like I'll allow myself to read that. Trying to give myself some options. Not like I don't have like whole shelves full. It's fine. I'm trying really hard to get through as many as possible. Fingers crossed. I actually found out that when we go to Ohio, the house we're staying at is my grandparents' house because they are in Florida for the summer. And they took their Wi-Fi with them. So I will have plenty of time to read because I won't really have anything else to do, which is honestly super exciting because I really want to crack down, series Crackdown, and read as many books as possible, which is going to be terrible for my packing, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Hey y'all, it is Monday. Got my days mixed up because it's a break. I had class this morning and then I had like an hour to kill, so I went to Second and Charles and got 2 books. I'm gonna reorganize my bookshelves tonight and listen to more of Dreams of Gods and Monsters while I do it. I will probably film some clips of that, if not all of it. I kind of want to do something because I'm curious. I kind of want to stack my books and see how they look by alphabetical order, like purely alphabetical order, nothing else, because that's how I started out my bookshelves. I don't know. I've got the time, so if I can finish the ebook I'm reading right now as my book for the day, then I might as well. So I might just do it just cause. And then actually, because last night I finished The Lux by Anna Godberson, I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I really expected to. It didn't hit the mark for me. The end was super predictable. I could kind of see it like halfway through, just about. It just wasn't anything really shocking or new, but I still really enjoyed my time reading it. I don't know if I'll continue with the series. This is the only one that I have, and it felt like it could be a standalone, so don't know if anything I'll pick it up through my library or something along those lines where I either don't have to pay or have to pay very little for it, because even when I saw it at Second Charles for like $3.50, I was like, do I really want to read it that bad? And they were also not in great condition, so I finished The Lux as another book for this week. And then next I picked from my little pencil pouch. I did this all really late last night. I picked Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I'm super excited to read this. Everybody loves it. One of my best friends has been trying to get me to read it for a long time because she absolutely loved it. Can't wait to read it. Haven't read a single page yet today. I've been focusing on the ebook, and I sat and talked with my friend for like 4 hours at lunch today, so that took up a little bit of time. I have been listening to more of Dreams of Gods and Monsters on my drives and such, and I am on page 211, so I'm like a good chunk of the way through. It's so good. I just love Laini Taylor's writing and her worlds and her characters, and I really love this series. I can't wait to get to Strange the Dreamer. It's in the bag of like books that could be picked. So there's a possibility I could get to it super soon. I love these world, and just everything is just so cool, and just I love the storyline. It's just amazing and I'm loving it. The audiobooks are really, really good. I really enjoy them. It's just such good relationships between the characters. The male characters are not at all like the good male characters, you know, the ones that are supposed to be good, are not at all like rude or possessive, and there are some really cute, really good female friendships. It just makes my heart really happy. So interesting. I have no idea what's gonna happen and I can't wait to figure it out. Hey guys, so I'm about to reorganize my bookshelves. You can't really see, but I've already got some books on the floor. I'm gonna try organizing them by alphabetical order, and I'm gonna listen to my audiobook while I do this. I'm just kind of curious. If I don't like it, I already have a picture of how it was before, so I can always put it right back with a few adjustments for the new books I have received recently. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so I just finished organizing these shelves by author's last name, and I'm gonna kind of give you guys an overview. I definitely don't like it. It was just kind of an experiment to see. So now it is time to take them all off and completely redo it. I don't know, I'm just kind of bored, and I don't know, like it's just, I've been wanting to do it for a while because I was kind of curious, and especially since I got a few more books. I don't know, let's see how it turns out. Okay, so I just redid them, like how I actually want them, and I still don't know how I feel about it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it, so I'm gonna leave it for now. Because I know as soon as I get more books, I'll have to redo it. Okay, so it is Tuesday today. I have been listening to more of Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I am on page 291. I just love the story, the characters. It's just so good and complex, and I just really love Laini Taylor's writing. It's just, I love this so much. And I have also finally been picking up Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I love this so much. I'm on page 55 right now, which is chapter 5. It is so good. I'm loving it. It's just, I really like the characters, and the whole premise is really cool. I just really enjoy myself so far reading it. I'm having so much fun. I can't wait to read more of it. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And I accidentally set my alarm for earlier than I needed to be awake. So I'm like ready for my day and I don't have to do anything for like an hour. So I'm gonna eat some breakfast and just read, get some other things done. I'm leaving tomorrow morning and I have done like a little bit of packing but not a lot, so let's do this. Hey y'all, it is later on Tuesday. I haven't really had a chance to listen to much of Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I am on page 304. It's really good. Haven't really listened to a lot of it. I have read quite a bit of Scythe. I am on page 105. I actually got the ebook for Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake because that can be my ebook, and it's right here actually. So I don't know where I am. I'm on like page 2 or something stupid like that. So not very far at all. Just figured if I was going to pick up an ebook, I might as well pick up one that would help to remove some things from my shelf and get some things done for this series Crackdown Readathon. So I'm going out of town for the next few days, and I think I'm going to take 3 books. I'm going to take Scythe and 2 others, so I'm going to pick 2 books from my little thing to see what books I'm going to take with me. I kind of want to just like choose one on my own anyways, but like I'm dedicated to this. 12 Days of Dash and Lily. Let's see. One more. If it's contemporary, I'm going to put it away. It's another contemporary. There's another contemporary. I have so many fantasies. Oh my gosh. The fantasies, like I took out the ones that aren't next in the series, so it's a little bit harder. That's better, I guess, since I have... Okay, the other one was A Quarter Frost and Starlight. So, hey y'all, it is Wednesday morning. I just wanted to give you guys one last quick update before I head out of town with this camera. I'm gonna try really hard to update with videos on my phone. So, I'm on page 5 of Three Dark Crowns, but I am loving it. Like, I'm on the ebook and it's so good, and I'm only 5 pages in. Like, I'm really ready for this to be as amazing as everybody says it is. And they recently released like the cover and the title for the last book, and I am so excited to get into this. It looks so good, and the premise is just really interesting. Super excited. I really like how, even though she's a queen, this first character, main character that we meet, isn't necessarily strong, but she's like, okay, I'm not like a small child. I'm not that weak. I'm enjoying it so far. I am on around page 368 in Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I love this. I love Zuzana. She is probably one of my favorite characters in the whole book. She is just like so adorable because she's small one. She just wants chocolate and her boyfriend and a nice warm bed, and it is adorable. And she is such a good friend to Karoo, and like, it's just amazing, and it's just so cute. I also am really enjoying getting a new character, Eliza's perspective, and hearing her storyline, because it just like, whoa, got flipped on its head, like crazy stuff. She's not who we thought she was at first, and like, It's crazy. It's so good. I'm so enjoying this one so much. I am on page 144 inside. I'm really enjoying this. I'm interested to see how the relationship between Citra and Rowan will go, because they've both kind of had like, oh, I kind of like him more than I thought, like, oh, I'm gonna miss him or her, and it's like, but you're not allowed. But I don't know if it's really gonna go that whole like forbidden lovers kind of deal. I'm not sure, but I'm super excited. I'm really enjoying this. They're about to be like tested on their knowledge to like continue being trained as scythes. It is so good. I totally get the hype. I am loving this. Hey y'all, so we're at my grandparents' house. They're away in Florida, so we're staying here. But it is Thursday, and I have read quite a bit of Scythe. I'm on page 224, which is over halfway through. I'm hoping to get more of this read. I started reading it on the plane and then fell asleep. But I did get a good chunk read yesterday, and I've been listening to a little bit of Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I'm on page 390. So it's so good. I'm loving it so much. I haven't really gotten as much reading done as I would have thought, but I'm still getting quite a bit done, and it's only the first day, so hopefully I can get a lot more done. Hey y'all, so I'm now on page 318 of Scythe. I'm really loving it. I'm hoping to finish it today, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to get homework done so I can spend time at home reading, because that's what I'd been doing previously instead of the homework, so I'm trying to get the homework done here. And my audiobook is kind of being funky, so I haven't been able to listen to it at all today. But yesterday I got up to page 412. I'm just really loving this. It's just so good. I love Laini Taylor's writing, and like everything's colliding because like, so good. Loving it. Hey y'all, so we just got back from the airport and I wanted to update you guys on the reading that I didn't necessarily update you guys on. So I think the end of yesterday and what I finished so far today. I last night finished Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Oh my gosh, I loved this. It was so phenomenal. The way he could weave in problems and issues that are being hotly debated in today's society, and this is supposed to be like centuries from now. It's crazy, and I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to get to Thunderhead. I know that my library has the ebook, so I might check it out that way. I absolutely loved this. Probably 4.5 out of 5 stars, because there were some, I didn't love it, but I loved it, you know? Yeah. I am on page 444 of Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I am loving this so much. It is chapter 60, I believe. Laini Taylor blows my mind, and I love her. Like, it's just crazy what she can do, and I just absolutely love her writing and her characters, and just everything about this book is just beautiful. The relationships between the girls and everyone, and like spot on. I also today started the 12 Days of Dash and Lily. I'm on page 149, which is like most of the way through the book. I think I have like 60 pages left. I really like this. I don't enjoy it as much as I did Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, but this is just as cute. It's kind of picking up a little bit. At the beginning it was kind of like, okay, so and I really enjoy Rachel Cohn and David Levithan's writing styles together, and it's just very cute and adorable, and something really cute just happened and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. I'm hoping to finish this today. I should be able to. It's like 3 o'clock and I don't have anything else to do. I've also been reading the ebook for 3 Dark Crowns and I am absolutely loving it. I'm on like paper copy page 32, which isn't far into it, but I really only read it until I fell asleep last night, and in a few little short bits of time that I had today, I am really intrigued to learn more about the world and the stories, and I'm really enjoying myself so far. I'm so glad I picked this up. There are 2 days left, today and tomorrow, in the series Crackdown Readathon. I'm gonna try to like read books like by like page amount, so like the shorter books will get read first because there's a lot left, and like I didn't expect to get as many read, but I also took a lot longer to read Scythe than I thought I would, so I'm just gonna read the 12 Days of Dash and Lily today and maybe start A Court of Frost and Starlight. I think that's gonna be my next read I pick up, hopefully. Maybe listen to more audiobook or read. I don't know. I'll update you when that happens. Hey y'all, it is later on Saturday. I just finished 12 Days of Dash and Lily. This was really cute. I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as the first, but it was still really adorable. Had some of the same cute elements that I absolutely loved. I love how like these two, like I guess you could call it a little series, they delve into a lot of issues about family. Not issues per se, but like a lot of family topics that aren't necessarily the happiest. I just really appreciate the conversation about it because I really like a book that can say, yeah, things aren't happy, but that's okay because it's not supposed to be happy all the time. Because that's true and real, and so this definitely did that and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but it was just not the best. But I appreciated it for what it was. Next, I'm going to pick up A Court of Frost and Starlight. The dust jacket is right here because I took it off to pack it. I didn't end up reading it. So I'm super excited. I know not a lot of people liked it, which is why I'm interested to read it to see if I like it, because like I love ACOTAR so much. So much. Like we went to a Books A Million in Ohio and there was a box set of the hardback editions of the ACOTAR series except for ACOFAST. I really wanted it just because like oh. But anyways, super excited to read this. I'm considering actually making a TBR for March just because I never have and I'd be interested to see how that goes. Just might as well try just because I kept getting books and so I'm not sure how exactly up to date my little like TBR slips are. So like my little TBR jars are up to date. I don't think they are. And I just, at this point, I have so many like series that are not complete. So like this part of my shelf right here, God's Grave, A Conjuring of Light, and Crimson Crown, where like I just don't have the rest of the series, which makes it difficult. I'm just gonna start like picking books like a little bit more mood reading-ish. I'm trying to like zoom through some of these smaller books so like I can get a big book count to like kind of catch up. Me and my mom finished listening to Odd One Out on the Trip by Nick Stone. That was adorable. I absolutely loved it. It was a really good conversation about like labeling sexuality, which was really, really cool. And it's actually, we listened to like the acknowledgements and such from the author. But it's a lot based on her experience in like being in high school and not even coming out until after she was married. And that was just really interesting to hear after you read about teenagers in this situation. And it was just so phenomenal and adorable. And like her characters. I wanted to be friends with some of those characters in real life. I was like, where is my Golly and my Britain? Like, I need some of these boys to be my best friends in real life. And like, it was so good. I just absolutely loved it. There were points where I didn't know what I wanted to happen or who I wanted to end up with who, and it was just phenomenal. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars for sure. Hey y'all, wanted to give a quick update. I just finished A Court of Frost and Starlight. I can see why people don't like it, but I was trash for this book. Oh my gosh. I feel like if I'm ever like, cause I sometimes read fan fiction, but I don't like it because I feel like it changes too much of the characters, or like I start thinking of fan fictions and like forget that they're not canon. And I loved this so much. It was literally just fan fiction by Sarah J. Maas about my favorite things. I loved it. I can definitely see how people are like, all they do is go shopping. Okay, but that's what I want to see. I just want to see them in their everyday lives. I loved it so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm just ACOTAR trash, which is probably a big reason why, because if you're like kind of a fan but kind of not, you're like, okay, why did I just spend 230 pages reading about these characters that I don't care that much about, but I love these characters and they're my whole heart, so like, I loved this so much. The next little update is I'm on page 512 of Dreams of Gods and Monsters, so I think it's about 100 pages left, and I have some chores and I need to work on my planner for March and some things like that, so I will probably finish this audiobook today. It's the most likely like next book to finish for the readathon. Like today I've gotten a lot done because I finished my homework, finished A Court of Frost and Starlight, hoping to finish this audiobook. I think there's a little less than 3 hours left. Super excited, loving the story, can't wait to see what happens. It's just so shocking, like what? Oh, so good. I'm actually thinking about doing a few videos about like my planner and my bullet journal and my reading journal, but I'm not sure if like that would be something you guys are interested in. Just kind of let me know if you think that would be fun, because I would have to work out the logistics of it, but I can make it happen if that's something you guys want to see. I'm just hanging out partying. I'm gonna listen to lots of audiobook while I get lots of things done. I've also been trying to catch up on BookTube, so like I could have read a little bit more. Hey y'all, I just wanted to wrap up this readathon for you guys. I had a lot of fun. It really helped that I had 2 sick days in there and there was a break this week. I got a lot of reading done. I did the math. I read 3,300 pages. Wow. And I finished 8 books. Wow. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I read a little bit more of Three Dark Crowns on the ebook, so I'm on page 40. Not very far, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Won't finish it for the readathon, but I'm really glad I started it. I am loving it. I have here 6 of the books I finished, and the other 2 were just little ebooks that were part of a series. I like included them in my count, but I'm not going to include them in the wrap-up because I never really talked about them in any of the clips. So the first book I finished was War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. I enjoyed it, kind of. It was the conclusion to the Red Queen series, and I thought that there wasn't enough that went on in the end. I really enjoyed like the ending, like how it wrapped up, but I didn't like that. I felt like there wasn't enough that happened. So yeah, I think I gave this 3.5 stars. Next, I finished The Lux by Anna Godberson. I think I also gave this 3.5 stars. I enjoyed the storyline, but the ending was super predictable for me. I thought it was really intriguing because it's like Gossip Girl set in the like 1800s, yes, 1899. and it was just really interesting to see a different side of the 1800s, because I've only really seen like Stalking Jack the Ripper and Clockwork Prince, and that's all kind of like, oh my gosh, he saw my ankles. And this is definitely not that, because it's like Gossip Girl, almost not exactly, but that kind of atmosphere is definitely like drama, and all of that kind of stuff is in this book. The next book I finished was Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. This is a story based in the future. I believe it is kind of dystopian, and it is where death isn't a thing anymore, and it's now called gleaning, and only these people called scythes can glean. And it's about these two kids who end up becoming scythes apprentices, and it's like their journey in becoming scythes or not, and just kind of like the drama in the scythedom. It's really good, really interesting. Next, I finished The 12 Days of Dash and Lily. I gave this 4 stars. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. This is kind of like a companion slash sequel to Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. It's just a cute little Christmassy story about these two kids who happen to start conversing through a red notebook in a bookstore, and it's just kind of like the adventures they go on together, and then they eventually end up meeting, falling in love, blah blah blah. And then this is the sequel, kind of like a year later, still Christmas time, but the year later, kind of the trials and tribulations of a relationship. Next, I finished A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it, but I'm also ACOTAR trash, as I mentioned before. This is like a companion novella to the ACOTAR series. It's just a little something extra. It's pretty much just fan fiction by Sarah J. Maas, and I was okay with that, but some people don't. So if you're a little wary, I would maybe look and see if they have it through your library or something like that. If you're not sure if you'll like it or not, I ended up loving it, but not a lot of people did, but that was just me. And the last book I finished is Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. I loved this. This is the conclusion to the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, which is about angels and other like weird beings. It is so much fun. The ending, I just finished the audiobook, and the ending is so satisfactory, like amazing. This is definitely going to be 5 out of 5 stars. I loved meeting a new character in this one, Eliza, and I was a little worried at the end that like everything wasn't going to wrap up the way I wanted to, and then it did, and it was great, and I loved it. And Laini Taylor's writing is amazing, and I can't wait to read Straight into the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. I'm so excited because I loved this so much. I can't wait for Straight into the Dreamer. So yeah, those are all of the books I read during the series Crackdown Readathon. I had so much fun, and I will definitely be participating if I just happen to see that it's happening again. It was really good for me because these were all books on my shelf that I needed to finish, and I finally finished them. And it was just really good to get 6 books read in like 10 days. And these were like not little, some of these weren't little books. Like Dreams of Gods and Monsters, I listened to the audiobook, but not like all at once. And Warstorm is really big. Like, I feel really accomplished considering I did a lot of other stuff. It was a really great reading, like, week for me kind of, but like not really a week. So yeah, that is gonna be it. I am so glad you watched, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!